So I decided to do a real writing vlog where I record my activities over the course of, let's say, a week. Today is September 9th, and tonight we're going to be working on making some more edits to my manuscript, and we're going to join Cody and I believe it's Becca Tobar on a live stream. We'll use that as an excuse to get some work done, which will be great. And I'll take you along and we'll see what the other days this week bring. Today is Monday. Okay. Starts in 5 minutes, and we were desperately running around grabbing charging cables for all the various devices. I actually have the charging cable for the wireless mic base plugged in so that it charges the phone. That seems to be working. That's great. So we've got Cody the writer featuring Becca Tobar. Who's in the chat 5 minutes early? Mick writes. Hello, Mick. Let's start by giving them a thumbs up. Bagunk. Only a minute left, I typed in chat. It's exciting, let me tell you. Waiting for live sprints to start so that I can start working, although I could just start working. But I love the people. Love the chat. Everybody's great. I've heard that there are some not so great elements to AuthorTube, but I haven't met any of those people yet. Not even sure if I will. Maybe they dropped out.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Cody. Hi, Becca. So we had a fairly productive live stream with Cody and Becca Tobar. We got through quite a few chapters, tweaking dialogue tags, and it's now 9 o'clock and frankly, time for bed. I haven't had any dinner yet, so may or may not sneak that in. I don't know. I had lunch. That's usually sufficient, right? Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. So today is Tuesday, the 10th, and we started off this morning by watching Alyssa in the Books, her live stream. We got a little bit accomplished. Still making changes to the improperly formatted dialogue tags that my book is that my book is filled with. Now we have to, work our regular job too. And later tonight, I don't know if someone else is streaming. I don't believe so, but we'll just get some work done anyway. We don't have to wait for a stream. So we'll see you in a bit. Here, just quickly, I thought it might be fun to show you this. In Scrivener, one of the things that I really like about it is the notes section on the side. For this mystery novel, I can have a list of exactly where all the characters are, what they're doing, what the new evidence is they've found, what they're supposed to follow up on. So it's like having an actual police investigation ongoing in the sidebar. And then I always know where I am, where they are, as I go through writing the chapters or scenes. Okay, thanks, bye. So we're back downstairs in the basement with the laptop. Earlier today, we were upstairs in my office. So one thing that I I actually did say in a previous video, except the clip didn't make it into the video, so I guess I didn't say it in it. It was recorded, but anyway, because I use Scrivener on my NAS, which NAS stands for Network Attached Storage, it's a hard drive that's connected directly to the router. And because my main Scrivener file is on the NAS, I can access it from any computer in the house without having to buy more versions of Scrivener, unless I use the Mac. That needs another license, which is great. And so I can open it up on any computer, and as long as I save it and close it again, when I open it up next time on some other computer, it'll have left off exactly where I left off. And the neatest part about it is that if you set your backup folder to be on whatever local computer you're using, this one or the one in my office, then the main file stays on the NAS, but the backups are spread across two different computers, whichever one you saved on. So if the NAS dies, I have a backup either on this computer or the one upstairs. One will be slightly more out of date depending on when I last opened it. And if that other computer dies at the same time as the NAS, I still have a backup on this other computer. So to me, that's a very safe way of going about things. So what are we doing at the moment? We're going to continue making tweaks to the punctuation of dialogue tags, because I'm sure I said it before, but we'll say it again. I did not research that before writing my book, and all of my dialogue tags are wrong, structurally. So I'm trying to tweak it, all of them, before I send this off to the developmental editor, which will be mid-October is when he's expecting it. So the developmental editor I got through Readsy. I'll make a whole other video on how I went about finding him, what the rates are, and then what his feedback actually is when the time comes that I receive the product of his work. And I'll just give you an example of what I'm talking about. If he has anything to say, Tanner said, taking the last bite of whatever. This isn't supposed to be a period. It's supposed to be a comma. And it's like that everywhere. See, there's one. Sex. I mean, it's hard to do via a phone screen, so we'll be shutting this off. But this is what I'll be doing. I have, what is it, 40-something chapters, and I'm on chapter 14, scene 3. So we got a ways to go. Okay, so it's getting on to about 8 o'clock. I'm getting a tiny bit tired, but I actually changed what I was doing. I decided to start beta reading a manuscript that I had agreed to beta read. And I was having a lot of difficulty getting started with it. I've had it for, well, a couple weeks anyway. And I was having difficulty getting started with it. And it's because I hate reading Word documents. It feels too much like work. Everything feels corporate. Not thrilled. So what I did was I fed this into an app called Edit Out Loud and chose a voice, and then I just sit with my phone and it reads me the book while I'm also following along with the words, but they're formatted differently. It's not like a Word document. And then I just hit pause anytime I want to make a note on something, stick the note in, and then when I'm done this whole thing, it'll save it out to a Word document with all these comments added. And I'm kind of flying through this now. I mean, I'm reading it at a normal pace, or having it read to me at a normal pace, but it's going a lot faster, and I think that the comments will be more valuable because I'm not frustrated by the format. So that's something I'm doing tonight. I will continue doing it for a little while, but then I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up at, I don't know, 4:30 or something tomorrow. So that's it for Tuesday. We'll see you Wednesday. All right, it's Wednesday. It's 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. I'm just having a cup of tea in the garage, having a smoke. And I was editing a little bit more of the beta read. I'm not supposed to be editing it. I'm just making notes as they come up using that Edit Out Loud program. I'll show you how it works. I don't want to show you with the book I'm doing, but I'll show you with some other sample piece. It's okay, has some quirks. But for the moment, I have to actually drive to work today. So see you in however many hours I'm gone for. Okay, so it's almost 8 o'clock at night. We did our work. We made dinner for people. And now I'm continuing to do the beta read using that Edit Out Loud app. But I'll probably be going to bed early because I don't think I slept a wink last night, really. See you Thursday morning. Bye. Well, good morning. It's 4:45 on Thursday. I believe Alyssa has a writing sprint stream this morning, so we'll join that and get a little bit more work done on my book before that starts, because there's still a couple hours, an hour before that starts. A couple hours before that starts. It starts at 7 my time, so yeah, we got a couple hours left. We'll get in some more beta reading using the Edit Out Loud thing. It's not sponsored. Don't worry about that. I just thought I'd try it out. So, okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so it's Friday morning, and we're doing another Alyssa and the Books writing sprint stream thing. And I'm using the opportunity there to continue beta reading for someone. So it's going well. And then today's actually a day off for me. So even after the sprint ends, I think I'll try to plow through and finish off this read. And then I'll get back to some other stuff for my own book that I have to do. And I'll film progress there. That'll be coming up later this afternoon. So see you in a bit. So we've finished the beta reading using Edit Out Loud, and I just thought I would take a minute to show you that program's interface. Again, I'm not sponsored by them at all. In fact, there are some hiccups I'm not overly pleased with, but I'll show you how it works anyway, in case you're interested in getting it. Just have to get everything set up so that I can show what that looks like. 2 seconds. Okay, different camera, different mic, so we'll see how this works out. So now I'm trying to use screen recording software on my cell phone, which is why I'm not recording the audio with it. Tap to start recording. Tap. Start broadcast. Now. Okay, you've started the recording? Yes, have you started? Okay, fine. Now we go to Edit Out Loud. Okay, so any documents you've uploaded, and you have to upload them to their website on a normal computer, not on a cell phone, and in Word format. And then you tap on it and it'll sync it to your phone. This is just something random that when I did a search for sample chapter, this came up. So the way this works is you can upload 7,500 Word documents for free to the iPhone app. I haven't tested the Android. But if you want to get your whole draft in there, you have to pay, I think it was $3.99 a month or $34.99 for the whole year, Canadian dollars. So I paid $4 for the month so that I could get the whole draft that I was trying to beta in there. And then you have to choose the voice you want to use. There are instructions on their website for how to include some of the enhanced voices that are in iOS. Honestly, every voice sucks. But I chose Fiona, it's like a Scottish female voice, and it's part of the enhanced package. Because that voice made it the easiest to understand the words, and it was the only way I could get through this. They also have premium voices. Let's listen to, I don't know, pick one at random. Philip. Turn up my volume. Oh, come on, load it. Oh, we're slow loading.
Hi, I'm Philip. I'm a WaveNet AI voice and would love to read your draft to you. I look forward to bringing your manuscript to life with my personal narration style. You can purchase me to read this draft for you if you'd like by clicking the button below.
Okay. Oh, Philip's only $7. Okay, the first guy, Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm a WaveNet AI voice and would love to read your draft to you. I look forward to bringing your manuscript to life with my personal narration style. You can purchase me to read this draft for you if you'd like by clicking the button below.
I swear these premium voices 2 days ago or 3 days ago when I got this program said $34.99 to get the premium voice. But now it's saying $6.99. It's still a bit steep. And the voice only works on that one document. They have to convert it just for that document. And I mean, they're licensing this from Google, so obviously the Edit Out Loud company has to pay for this, so I understand why it's pricier. But I didn't go for a premium voice. Maybe because I signed up for that $3.99 premium thing, they've dropped the price of this premium voice for me. I don't know. But anyway, the premium voices exist. They're great, but I didn't go for it because it seemed very expensive. So let's go back to our document. Now, you've got some quick buttons along the top where you can mark places where the plot needs work, details are needed, the redundant grammar. You can add custom comments, or you can add voice comments. The idea is you load it on here and then you go for a walk and you listen to your book as though it's an audiobook. And then if you notice anything that's a little bit off, you can tap on one of these buttons and it saves your comment to the Word document, and then you can revise your draft later. You download the commented Word document from the Edit Out Loud website and you go on your way. So that's great. I just sat in the garage and listened to the book I was doing. So let's hit play with Fiona, enhanced Fiona from iOS's voice.
With a sickening wet sound, his body finally broke free of the earth. A cry of agony burst from between his perfect lips and his head fell back against my shoulder. I felt his long eyelashes brush against my neck as his eyes flickered in defiance of the blackness trying to consume him.
So we'll pause. This seems to be some sort of erotica. I didn't actually mean to download that. Okay. So it's on the line, stay with me, fella. The word stay is highlighted. If I click on the comment, it says leave custom comment. Perhaps remain would be a better word.
Stay with me, fella. Stay with
And
me.
then it keeps
We'll be
playing.
home in a jiffy.
But your comment is saved up there. And when you download the Word document, the comment will be in there and the word will be highlighted in Word, which is pretty cool. Let's go to the menu. You can speed up the voice, pick a different voice, upgrade your subscription, sign out, whatever. That's all I wanted to show you. This isn't an ad for this product. It's just, this is what I used for the beta read, and it made it way easier because, frankly, I hate reading in Microsoft Word. I was actually considering converting the beta manuscript in Vellum and then loading it as an EPUB so it would feel more natural, like a book. But then I realized I couldn't leave any comments, and I really wanted to. I think my screen recording stopped. Yeah, I guess my screen recording stopped. So we should stop this recording too, because I think the card's full. See you later. So it's Saturday, about 2:30 in the afternoon. I spent a couple of hours editing the first 5 days of this vlog. And today, there's some gardening to do. There's some food that has to be made. I'm not going to record that. But now that the beta read's finished, I'll get back to editing the punctuation for my dialogue tags in my book, because I do have to send that thing off in 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, to the developmental editor. So I'd like that part to be fixed anyway, so that he doesn't waste his time looking at all that stuff. He will anyway, but so he doesn't waste too much time looking at that. So I may film that after I'm done doing all the other stuff that has to be done in a person's life. And then Sunday, I have no idea what I'll be doing, probably continuing with that, but we'll see. I'll try to film again Sunday and throw the video together and have it up Sunday night, I guess. So we'll see in a bit. So it's Saturday afternoon, 4:15, I guess. We're going to try to get a couple hours work done on the manuscript. I don't know how far along we'll get. At least a few chapters anyway. We'll do some sort of time lapse or something, because we have to film everything we do. AuthorTube! See ya. And I'm sorry that the locations haven't been particularly exciting this week, but there's been a lot of noise and activity in other parts of the house, so I went where it was quietest. So I've decided to take a little bit of a break from the writing and play some darts, because it's only so interesting watching someone type on a laptop, I find. So I'm going to take a little break, and I thought I'd film it. Why not? I suck at darts. I'm just going to do around the world. Okay. Don't hold your breath. This might take an hour. I probably should have warmed up before I started the cameras because, yeah, I couldn't even hit one. Let's get better. Son of a whore. Get back into it. Because I enjoyed darts. When I could actually do it. Uh-huh. What the hell? Come on. Okay, double one. So we skip 2, we go to 3. Oh well. That's 3, 4. No 4. Thank you. 5. Double 5, skip 6, go to 7. No. Thank you. 8. Thank you. 9. That's not 9. Nine. Yeah. Yeah. Double 10, we're on 12. Nope. Hey, bullseye. As if I was aiming for that. I was aiming for 12. Next time I need a bullseye, I'll aim for 12. Uh-huh. Thank you. 13. I remember where 13 is. Over there. Good. It bounced off that other collection into 13. Precision good, accuracy bad. I think that's how precision and accuracy work. 14. Triple 14. 15, 16, we're on 17. Got it. 18. Double 18, 19, we're on 20. That's 5. That's 20. That's 12. Ah, see? Aim for 12, get bullseye? Didn't work that time. I aimed for bullseye, I got 12. But it's the green bullseye we're aiming for. 25 points. There you go. Nope. Nope. Well, we got our green. That's red. Let's see if we can knock it out. No, we didn't knock it out, but anyway, we got our red. Hooray! Game over. Thank you very much for watching. We'll probably make dinner for people now and then go back to some writing, probably on the couch in the living room. Okay, bye. So it's Sunday, it's about noonish, and last night, Saturday night, I edited all of the footage from the rest of the week together so that today I could just take whatever it is I'm saying right now, add that onto it, and get it uploaded to YouTube. So what I noticed is that I don't speak an awful lot about my book ever. So we'll try to remedy that. So this book is, well, it's a series, it will be a series, but this is the first book of the series. And it's a police procedural murder mystery detective series that happens to take place in space. It's on a space station for this first book. You could pretend like it's an apartment building or anything else. The reason I wanted to write this in space is because I wanted to see if it was possible to write a compelling murder mystery without any atmosphere. Pun possibly intended. The space station is newish. It's 20 years old, but it's new. So everything's pristine. There's not, dripping pipes and musky smells and maybe not musky. Musty? Let's go with that. So there isn't a lot of what you're used to when reading a darker thriller mystery. And I wanted to see if it was possible to do it. I also wanted to see how difficult it would be to write it without really getting into anyone's head. There's a little bit at the beginning of the book because the crime hasn't actually happened yet. But I wanted to see how it would feel for the reader to know as much as the detectives. So there's not the inner thoughts or anything. The detectives are learning everything as they go. The readers have access to the exact same information and may be able to solve it before the detectives do. I mean, that's the idea of a murder mystery, right? So that the reader feels good about being able to pick out the clues, ignore the red herrings, and come to the conclusion before the detective does, or before it's revealed at the end of the book. Structure-wise, I'll probably make an entire video on the structure of the murder mystery, but I wanted day in the life at first for the people who discover the body. Then they discover the body, inciting incident, and the detectives are called in. And then it's more of a staircase structure. And I forget the name of it at the moment, but I'll do another video, as I said. But, conflict, 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 conflict. We think we have it. No, we don't. Conflict, conflict. Oh, we've got the guy or girl. Rapid denouement after it's obvious that they have the right person. That's the structure. But again, I'll go into it later. So what I don't know, and this is my personal feelings coming out, I don't know if it's any good. there were beta readers. There's still some outstanding beta reads going on. And of course, they all say it's great. They're not family. One was family. So what I'm looking forward to in the next few weeks is when I send it off to the developmental editor, and he will tear it apart. And that's great. And then I'll learn from that and strengthen the story. But I don't know if there's anything I can do right now to strengthen it. I took in whatever beta feedback I had, and I made tweaks so that the story made more, not that it would make more sense, but I addressed their comments, whatever they were. I think the story is pretty solid at the moment. It does lack a lot of description because, again, this is a pristine environment. It's almost like walking around a hospital or just a white room. And there's a lot of that too in this book where people are having conversations while they're moving through hallways. Do I need to describe the hallway 50,000 times? It's actually called a corridor in the book, but no. So I end up leaving out description and just letting them have their conversation where they're investigating the murder. So there is a lack of description in this book, but it's intentional almost. I wrote it as though it were a police report or a scientific report on this investigation. There's an AI in the book that runs the ship. And I imagined this being a novel almost from that AI's perspective as they compiled the report at the end of the case. Again, there's a little bit of seeing into people's heads at the beginning. I really wanted the reader to be in the dark, not privy to people's thoughts, investigating as we go, because it's all discovery. And ultimately, what the reader thinks is happening or did happen is more important than what the characters think is happening, in my opinion. Like, deep inside their own minds, I think that the reader's thoughts are more important than the characters. And that might be controversial. I don't know. Again, this is my first ever novel, and I'm just trying things, and we'll see what the feedback ends up being. It also may seem a little bit odd in this first book that they have a spaceship, but they don't use it. It's their office. They don't go flying around the system, the new system. But that's because the murder took place on the station that they happen to be docked at and where people's cabins are. So in book 2, obviously, and all the other books, we're going to be flying around a bit. But for this one, I wanted it to be cozier, more like a traditional murder mystery. So I'm excited to see what the feedback's like in a few weeks and from some outstanding betas. And we'll work all of the comments in, and it'll be the strongest story ever. Now, I'm fortunate because I have the money. I don't have the money, but we'll find it, for a professional editor. And some people aren't that fortunate. And what's great about traditional publishing is they take care of all of that for you. You really just have to write the book, make it the best you can, and start querying. But for self-publishing, which is what I'm doing, because there's no guarantee that if I queried and they made an offer or whatever, that they would make an offer on the whole series. And I really want the entire series to be published. So that's why I'm going indie or self-publishing. Anyway, this week has come to an end. There's still a little bit more work to do tonight, I will admit that it was challenging filming every single day and coming up with somewhat interesting angles for the shots of me with a laptop on my gut, you know, fixing things. It's not very compelling footage at times. But we did our best, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And we'll see you next week with another video. Have a great day.